This is my iPhone 15 Pro Max, and the one thing I have to say is that after a certain amount of time, this phone just looks boring. It's a slab of grayness that is, it looks nice, but it is boring. So the one thing that does spice it up is cases. I've had a clear case. I've made a couple of other case videos too, but overall, I find myself kind of bored with everything. And I was kind of looking for a hit of nostalgia, which was perfectly encapsulated by this Spigen case. So this is the Spigen Style Armor, and it comes in 4 different colors. So let me just take it out of its packaging to show you guys. And this is the classic silver, and this is meant to emulate the iPhone, the first ever iPhone, and it looks really, really good. I mean, the pictures at least look really, really good. So let me get this case out of the plastic, and oh, interesting. Okay, so it gives you a little installation quick guide, which is not usually given. Okay, bottom first, and then removal is top first. Okay, so that's interesting. And then what's on the back? If the bottom cover is detached, you can just slide it in. Oh, okay. So I believe, I guess this bottom cover is detachable. Let's just go ahead and try to pull on it. Yeah, it is. I can see it kind of come out. So if it does come out, okay. Oh, okay, I gotcha. So what this is this tab kind of goes in downwards, and then it just locks in if you push it over there. So that's an interesting design. I don't think I've actually ever seen that before on a case like this. And this, of course, does come with MagSafe, which has become kind of a must-have for me. It is not negotiable. If a case doesn't have MagSafe, I just won't use it because I primarily use MagSafe charging on my iPhone. So on the side, you guys can see there's elevated plastic buttons right here, and they're not fully covered. There's actually a little bit of gap in there. So I think that if you guys get it in the right light, you can see that, yeah, there you guys, so you can see through there. So these aren't fully covered, which is an interesting decision. I really don't know why they went with it that way. And same with the power button side too. It is not fully covered. The top, clean and clear. Bottom, speaker, microphone, charger port. Nothing that unique. The inside does have this interesting kind of lined design on the sides here. And even on the top right here, you guys can see like these little, what I can almost only describe as stripes, but not really stripes. They're little lines throughout the design of the case. It looks nice, that's all I can say. The back has an elevated camera bump, and overall this case actually doesn't feel very heavy, which is surprising because I was really expecting this to be a little bit of a heavier case because it's a style armor case. So armor, I assumed they meant it would be a little bit heavier, but let's go ahead and pop the phone into the case. But actually, you know what, before I do that, let me just go ahead and check out the rigidity of the case without the phone in it. So it does bend, and when you bend it, you can hear this bottom piece just coming out. So that is something to keep in mind. And ooh, yeah, that doesn't sound really good. I'm honest, to be honest with you, not a fan of the way that sounds, but it is structurally intact. I really don't think it's gonna break because of it. Oh, another thing I missed is right here on the side, it does say Style Armor Mag Fit, which is a nice little touch. And honestly, I'm just very intrigued by this. So when I do bend the case, you guys can see the weakest point is the button cutout or button integration right there. You guys, if that plastic is getting bent, that's kind of the weakest point of it. Otherwise, everything else seems pretty solid. The back is a full plastic, even the bottom. The material actually feels very similar, even though the colors look very different. They have very similar feeling materials on. I wouldn't say it's too different in terms of texture. It clearly is different, but not very. Like if you hold it, it doesn't feel like two completely different materials. So let's go ahead and put the phone inside the case. So bottom first, and then the top goes in. So it went in pretty easily like any other case. So I really don't know why Spigen gave you a set of instructions for this. It seems very self-explanatory, and honestly, loving the way the phone looks in this case. Just love the look of this case. The first iPhone was always one of those classic nostalgia hitting designs, and I in fact put a skin on my iPhone 8 Plus, if I remember correctly, and that skin looked awesome. So I have been missing this. So when I saw this, I was absolutely intrigued and very much so wanted to check this out. So the case is very lightweight, which is something, as I told you guys, very surprised by. And the back up here, it is elevated, but not to a crazy extent. Honestly, it's very low profile throughout, which includes the front too. As you guys can see, it is elevated above my tempered glass screen protector, but not by a lot. So this feels really thin. I wasn't expecting that. And the front has this plastic black lip around it. Now, there is another color where the entire front is orange. That's a slightly more loud design. I wasn't particularly a fan of that, but if you want to check it out, this does come in 3 other colors besides this. There's a blue, there's a pink, and then there's that it's almost like the back is more similar to this titanium finish, and then there's orange decals and a black bottom here. So it's an interesting design. I'll put it up for you guys to see if you want to check it out. I'll have it linked in the description as well. But honestly, I am really, really liking this case with the phone in there. Very solid. It doesn't rock on any side too aggressively. Of course, the back does, but on the bottom part, it doesn't, just on the extreme edges. And the case, grip-wise, feels nice. Weight-wise, feels good too. So overall, honestly, this case retails for about $24 to $26, depending on what color you get. And for that price, I have to say, everything is really well done. It's got good front and back coverage. The rigidity is great. Design is well thought out. There is MagSafe, which is a very important point for me. The weight of the case is very manageable, and the profile of it is very thin too. So if you want something that is minimal but not crazy minimal, this is a good compromise. Honestly, really like it. There is a little bit of branding here and there. There's the Spigen logo on the bottom right here, and then on the side you do have the style of the case, but really very subtle and minimal, nothing offensive or obtrusive. I think that overall this is a very clean and sleek design. So if you guys want to check out this case and the other 3 colors that you can get for it, I'll have it linked down in the description below, along with some other cases I really like too. So please do check those out. It does help the channel whenever you guys use those links. So I really do appreciate that. And if you have any questions about this case or any other things that you want me to check out, please feel free to let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.